everyone, welcome to the weekly astrology. So we're covering from the 24th. I'm going to cover Monday as well for those of you that are on, it's the 23rd for you. But because I know some people it will already be the 24th, it's like a ridiculous hour where I am recording this. And I originally set that it will be ready at a couple of hours ago, so I had to delay it by a couple of hours because I had a client and I was running late, and so that's that. But as you always know, if you're new to the channel, you might not know, but if you're a subscriber or you're viewing the weekly astrology, thank you, and I'm sure it helps you. I'd love to know if the themes are helping you, because I go into what we might feel, and so you can come back and check, does it resonate, does it not resonate? I'm feeling a bit icky today, I'm feeling amazing today, or just preparing you. I would say that next week is going to be a lot more, I don't want to say heavier, but heavier, but don't get frightened from the word heavier, because we've got on the 1st of May, and my nose is already going, so I don't know if I'm channeling. Oh, I've got an itchy nose, I don't know now, let's see. But we're not in the tarot for the elemental reads yet, but I might pull a couple of cards for the collective. Let's see how it goes. So yeah, it'll be from next week. I'm covering until the 2nd, so it will cover the 1st, but like most of the time, this is the time it's done always. It's either Monday evening your side, or Tuesday very early morning, or very late hours of the Monday evening going to early hours of Tuesday. You could even be sleeping, or it could be Tuesday morning if you are maybe in Australia already. So it's always around this time that it's done. So that's why I make sure that it says 23rd, 24th, or it'll say the Monday and the Tuesday, and it covers all the way until the next one is done. I do overlaps. Now, if you are a subscriber, thank you for supporting the channel, and please do make sure you check your readings out. The elemental readings I've just done have not got many views for some reason, but they are going to be helpful, so check those out. And also, this is obviously time stamped, and there are elemental themes for intuitive guidance throughout the week of things that might come up for you. Together as a whole, it could be what we feel on a collective. And I'd also say if an element doesn't resonate with you, check other elements. Now, before I forget this element, strongly, the signs that are strongest in our themes are Aries, Pisces, Cancer, and Taurus, okay? Because we've got like Saturn in Pisces, Jupiter in Aries, and we've got Taurus season, Mercury retrograde in Taurus, and Mars in Cancer. So they're very big, and as you can see, that's the 4 elements actually. So you might want to listen to the 4 elements. You can just put me on play while you're pottering around, you know, very easy. And also do come back and watch this when you later in the week possibly, because it's good enough for the themes are good enough ongoing beyond the week. I would say as we come towards the 5th and the 6th, when we have the lunar eclipse in Scorpio, then there might be a shift. If anything, there could also be an exaggeration of what comes up in these elements, especially if there's wounds. Now, please do remember that we currently have the North Node at play, so that's excellent, that's supportive. We have Chiron still in play. If you've seen the weekly astrology readings, we have been seeing Chiron throughout the last 2 to 3, it's not 2 to 3, it's about 3 weeks I've been talking about Chiron, and Pallas Athena in Cancer. But obviously we've got Mercury that's gone retrograde in Taurus, and we've still got Mars in Cancer, and we're still in between the eclipse, the two eclipses, the solar, and we have the lunar eclipse coming up. We're in between eclipses, and there is a massive energy. So we're kind of tying out loose ends, and we're moving into a new chapter of reality. So there could be, with Chiron also at play, there could be certain elements where you're feeling a bit, Chiron is a wounded healer, but it's not going to be like when the moon is in a water sign. You could be in your emotions if you are very sensitive. This is actually making us look at our wounded wounds and actually overcoming them. So that's where Chiron's at play. And I've written something and I can't read my note. And we also have, it's not that, but we also have Venus in Gemini before she moves out later. So we've got all these transits in place. Now, Monday, where you've just probably had Monday, okay, you could, when I discuss Monday or Tuesday or the 23rd, 24th, know that these feelings or these energies, you can feel them the day up before and the day after if they're small transits. If it's the moon, like I said, 3 days before, 3 days after, and it could go on. Right now we're in between eclipses, massive changes happening, and also eclipses. If you've not seen the Mercury retrograde video, I'm going to write this down, Mercury retrograde in Taurus video, where there's little messages for your signs. Check that out. I'll link it in the description box below. It might be linked later, so after the video is uploaded. And then also check Aries solar eclipse, because yes, we've had the eclipse, but this can go on for a few weeks. It's your theme, and it could be something that you're wrapping out 6 months. So for example, you could look back to November, by the way. November, what was new that you started? What was ending? Anything significant? If nothing comes to mind, don't worry about it. But that could be a theme that comes up for you. But the Aries, the Mercury retrograde video and the Aries solar eclipse is going to give you, for your signs, themes that might be at play or dominating. Okay, so those are 2 videos for you to check out. Okay, and continue to check out, especially until the 6th of May, when we have the lunar. But you might want to then, even when you see we discuss the lunar eclipse, you might want to see about the new moon again, because it could be a wrapping up of that. It could also then make sense in terms of other things for you. Now, with the energies this week, there's a bit of so as you can see, we've got quite a bit of placements going on. Now, Monday, you may experience, or you may have today experienced, a bit of brain fog or difficulties being decisiveness. And that's probably because in the morning hours, the moon was in Gemini square Neptune, and Neptune can cause that. If you was feeling, or if you are feeling like this Monday, even Monday evening going on to Tuesday, just try to avoid making very important firm decisions if you can, but if not, it's fine. But after that, the moon moves into Cancer. Now that is a bit more decisive, because Neptune is not at play. But I'm going to get to Tuesday, going into Wednesday. Actually, it is Wednesday. It might cause us to be in our emotions a bit. The moon in Cancer, it likes to be in Cancer as well. So, I mean, Monday, today, depending how you're feeling, whether it's the evening or even Tuesday morning, you could be feeling, the moon in Gemini square Neptune. There's a bit of a void there. There might be brain fog and decisions that are difficult to make. The late afternoon on Tuesday, the moon moves into Cancer, where emotions could be high. So whether the moon cycles affect you or not. If they don't, then don't worry about it. It's only about awareness. And towards the evening, and into sort of Wednesday morning. But the positive aspect of Monday is Mercury retrograde. The challenging is Jupiter and Aries. That's really about Monday. So just see how you feel about Monday. I mean, it could go either way for us. But Monday, Tuesday, there could be enhanced communication and wanting to actually communicate. But Mercury retrograde may make us rethink whether we want to do that. And some of us, if we want to have that open discussion that we've avoided for quite some time, you know, the heart-to-heart discussion with yourself or others, it might be a good time, because the ego is not going to be strongly at play. And don't forget, we've got Chiron. So just going back to the element of just watching when we do talk is because of Mercury retrograde. So, you know, talk but listen as well. And Jupiter could be making you feel like you're focusing on yourself. So can you see how these small elements can maybe, you know, make you come at a discussion from a selfish point of view when you're not intended to do so, or even view things like that, yet you're supported to have heart-to-heart conversations. So see how it suits you. And Tuesday's the Sun sextiles Saturn in Pisces, which is an excellent time to take the bull by the horns. Hey, Taurus. And you can get things done. Saturn is helping that element, and you can focus on the necessary details. And if you're seeking a promotion or raise, it could be a perfect time to ask one, just because of that movement with the sextile energy. Again, though, it is Tuesday and we're moving into the moon in Cancer, so that could be something. You know, you could start to feel vulnerable. Like I said, it can start a day earlier. You could feel it to a day later. Wednesday, we've got the Sun in Taurus, because we're Taurus season, sextile Pisces as well. And it's probably good for, again, Wednesday is good for finishing businesses, business ideas, anything that you've not finished, unfinished, or address anything or any lesson or person that you've been avoiding that's giving you anxiety. So tying up loose ends, and I was going to call this tying up loose ends, is probably from Wednesday towards the end of the week, has that momentum. Some of us might not feel it because of certain elements I'm going to discuss, but you should feel that. If you're feeling it, obviously go for it. Now, as the moon moves into Cancer, sort of Tuesday into Wednesday, like I said, you could be more sensitive and you could be prone to more reactive behavior because we're feeling sensitive. They tend to say with the moon in Cancer that water signs might feel it more. It really all depends if you are sensitive to the moon cycles, but in terms of astrology, that could be very well be the element of water. You might feel it. I would say also, I would not be surprised if by the end of the week we start to feel, or the beginning of next week, before like the 3rd, we start to feel some shifts in terms of just how we're feeling in general, like maybe purging, maybe 1 minute fine, maybe tired. We're in between tying up where the old shifts are. So I think memories are going to come to us, like memories of deja vu, like what is that dream about? Yet you're shifting into new reality. If some of you are feeling quite tired, you could be ascending. So I wouldn't sort of worry too much about that. I actually made notes on my phone about this because I thought it would be good to actually discuss this element with you. The energies between the eclipse, basically. When I'm in the middle of stuff and I get more like I'll be attending to something, and then I get more messages, then I quickly note them on my phone. So, you know, with the eclipse portal, you know, we're observing the memories of flow throughout. The universe is showing us like a cinematic slideshow of our old life and preparing us for the rebirthing of a new one, where we've got these new energies moving us in a new direction. Don't forget Pluto in Aquarius, and I'm going to come to that on the 1st of May. So you're not who you might feel you're not who you once were, or you're feeling you're in this shift or this void. And if you're not feeling this, don't think that there's something wrong with you. I like to explain different themes and energies that you could be feeling, not that this planet is in this sign, so you will be feeling like this. I don't think that is correct. Like I said, I will check where Aries, Pisces, Cancer and Taurus is in your chart, but I would also look at their readings as well, see if it really helps you. Experiences that we've had have opened our mind to higher consciousness, and the universe is helping us actually see through different perspectives to take responsibility and make informed decisions and choices. Everyone is kind of like tying up loose ends because, you know, like I said, there's Chiron, and you might not even know that you're doing it. So please don't get too hooked up on I don't understand if I'm doing this or not, or I'm not doing this because I don't see what I'm doing. But you might be having strange dreams, you might be feeling a bit deja vu. I'm a bit deja vu with dates and time frames right now. Like it's really weird. Like it used to be really important, like the date is this, and maybe that's because around when you're in the corporate life, you follow the dates, don't you, a bit more because of like getting paid, your salary and stuff like that. But yeah, I think there's definitely something around timeline shifts and the meaning of time. And this is really what we've been working on, but to move through. But I want you to honor this week where you might be feeling you need rest, where you might be feeling you need to be gentle with yourself, gentle with others, because that's where the energies are. So you will know what best suits you, and through this video you have that awareness. So now let's go on to Thursday. The moon moves into Leo. Now we know that Leo is a lot more of a optimistic, sort of playful, go-getting energy. But there's a challenge with Mercury retrograde, a positive aspect with Venus in Gemini and Jupiter in Aries. For this one, those that have Aries, Leo, Sag, moon signs could feel it the most. And, you know, the challenging aspect of Mercury retrograde is that we might feel that we want to just share opinions. Share opinions when we're not even asked for our opinion. I don't know why I find that funny, but like and you might even defend yourself regardless. You know, you might go in with your opinion and the person says something, you know, and challenges your opinion, and you're going to defend it regardless, whether you see they have a point, they don't have a point, whether you've been asked to give your opinion. So that's the energy you might find yourself in. You might not remember this video until you're like, oops, yeah, I get what I get what I've just done. So, you know, that's the kind of energy you might be in. But I would say, like, if you've got nothing nice to say, there's, you know, just don't say it. And if that's your motto, you're not going to fall into that. But that kind of helps you, what I'm saying right now about the energy helps you think, okay, I'll just think before I'm speaking because Zain said this, and with Mercury retrograde, that's what might be the challenging aspect that brings up that sort of energy. Other than that, it's fine. But like, what I'm seeing is there's going to either be a lot of vulnerability that spills out in communication, and some of us are going to be like, oh my God, why did I just do that? I said too much, or I exposed myself, or was too vulnerable, which actually the energy supports you to, especially when the moon is in Cancer. Other people are going to be receptive to that because they might be feeling a bit more heart-centered, sensitive, open, vulnerable themselves. And then some days we might be feeling like we want to communicate when we really don't really need to communicate. So there's difference there, and you just need to be gentle with yourself this week and take these themes and fit them in where you feel. The end of the week, Mars in Cancer, sextile Uranus in Taurus is really good. It's kind of like a positive turnaround, where you might feel like you're really supported of things that may come to fruition where you've been trying to work on them or action. And that could even be around yourself, or it could be about tangible stuff that you've been trying to work on. Just the other thing with Thursday, before I move on towards the end of the week and Friday, is that Thursday is probably a bit more positive, and there's a personal charm and confidence about it because of Venus in Gemini, with the aspects I mentioned, and Jupiter in Aries. You could feel you have more positivity, confidence, personal charm about you, and so it's actually a good time if you wanted to ask someone out on a date, or go out on a date, connect with others, because you've got that personal charm around you. There's a boost of creativity as well, and you're ready to make more shifts. There's a problem solving aspect to it, where like at the beginning we felt like some of us might be a bit confused or foggy mind, not able to see clearly. Thursday is a lot clearer for that. And obviously the moon is in Leo. Friday, the moon continues to move into Leo, and it won't move out of Leo until Sunday evening. It moves into Virgo. For some of us, that is going to be Sunday late evening. Some of us, it's going to be Monday very early hours, like 1 or 2 a.m. Some of us, it's going to be 4. Australia, it's probably going to be, around 10 a.m. I think. The moon will move into Virgo, so Sunday night into Monday, depending where you are. Now, with Friday, there's a challenging aspect with Venus in Gemini. Leo is got where the moon is, the sun is in Taurus. Saturn in Pisces is positive, and is positive with Mercury retrograde. So the only thing is the challenging aspect with Venus in Gemini. So production of conversations with others and yourself may not be thought of, or you might not have done introspection about. So self-awareness is kind of needed. Saturn may trigger thoughts of the past. So if you start to feel like you're falling into nostalgia or past, especially when it's a bit negative, it doesn't have to be negative past memories. It could be good memories, but you could be missing a person, or you could be feeling like you're feeling negative about yourself. Just catch yourself on that. And if you do, whether you're sensitive or not, this is me telling you, and it's going to make you feel a lot better knowing that you've got an energy of an excuse, even if you don't use energy and you don't feel it that strongly. It could be that, and that's why I'm saying it. But if you're not so sensitive and you just want to learn, and that's why you just become aware. But it makes you feel better when you know that there could be something that's impacting you, feeling crap about yourself. Like, okay, the energies are doing this to me. I am actually not crap. And it will help. And then that's all the way into Saturday. So like I said, there is that positive sextile to Uranus, where there's a positive turnaround. Sunday, the moon moves into Virgo, which is the 30th, like I said, and will still be in Virgo on May 1st. And after Virgo, obviously it moves into a Libra before we move into the 5th and the 6th, where it will move into a full moon in Scorpio, which I will be talking about. I think that's going to be, I think the solar eclipse, it depends. Some people feel the new moon heavier or affected by it, and some people the full moon, so it depends, and some people not, so it depends who you are. For me, I think the full moon in Scorpio is gonna be felt more. Okay, Scorpio is about death and rebirth, all right, and it's going to be in your different houses depending what your ascendant sign is or your rising sign is. If you want a natal chart reading, I do that. I also do natal chart with your life purpose reading, or if you want help around moving into your life purpose and confirmation around that, I also do that. So check where your house is for this Scorpio moon, but I will go over that a bit more. I don't like to regurgitate so much of what everyone's doing on YouTube. I like to bring my own sort of side to stuff, and that's why I keep what I say and the energies and the astrology very simple and applicable to everyone, because I think, you know, you can get caught up being told you should feel this, and if you don't feel it, you feel a bit weird, and if you do feel it, you're like, okay, I feel crap, but okay, it's the astrology. And I just think there's many ways to feel something, and that's why I'll bring it to a table, and I always say, if you don't feel it, it's fine, but you're aware of it. So Sunday, when the Virgo, when the moon is in Virgo, the 30th, obviously Virgo is about discipline, getting organized, attention to detail. So those are the elements that might be helpful for you. Uranus in Taurus on that day. And I think with that, as well as Virgo being very analytical and detailed, it's going to be good to focus where you want to put your energy mentally, and then emotionally and physically, but especially mentally, and then align it with emotionally and physically, because that's really important. And then after that, obviously we hit May, and May 1st we have Pluto going in retrograde in Aquarius. Okay, so that is a bit of a shift. Between the 2nd and 3rd, we have the moon shifting obviously out of Virgo, and it will go into Libra. And there are some celestial movements during the 2nd and 3rd. I will be covering that in the next weekly astrology. I feel there's something that I wanted to say that I have not said, that I knew was kind of obvious. But yeah, I think I've covered it. You've got your moon transits. Do check out the Mercury retrograde reading, and how Mercury retrograde, this, which is up until the 14th, it starts shifting. For some of us, it'll be the 15th and 16th. And then the post shadow ends at the end of May. So you can even expect in the post shadow some of Mercury retrograde themes. So do check that video out where I discuss Mercury retrograde. I don't do it from a fear factor point of view, and then I discuss it for your signs, what are the themes that could come through for you. They're actually pretty good, okay? And then also the Aries solar eclipse, because we're between the eclipse portals, and I say in that, I believe I say a few weeks, even months, okay, for a turnaround, but these are the areas that your signs could be affected in. What we're going to do is I'm going to get something to drink very quickly, and then we're going to dive into the elemental readings. I'm not going to keep the camera on, so I'll just pause it and then I'll reconnect, so it'll be very streamed for you guys. If you're new to the channel, please do like and subscribe. Let me know your top placements, what placements you resonate with, and also after this, your May readings will start to drop. I've started on those, so you will have those, and there will be a video that's about maybe 7 minutes long. I'm going to call it something around discernment, so look out for that word. It's a very important reading, and it's not a reading, sorry, it's a video, okay? So it's me talking about that, and I come at it from a very heartfelt point of view, and I would like to make sure that you see it, because if you resonate, okay, it's going to be good guidance for you, especially if you're not sure if you should be in tarot, if you should be into astrology. Sometimes there's religions that don't believe in it, but it depends how you use it. So if I'm using tarot to say I am God, I'm telling you that you will do this and this, that is not it at all. And if you look at how I do my readings, I channel about energy, whatever is coming to me, and then the tarot is coming out, confirming those things, and it's guidance for us all. Okay, it doesn't mean that I'm predicting, you know, I'm thinking, yeah, you get the point. But I don't want to go through what's in the video, but check that video out, okay? I did it with love. I was going to do it separately. It came actually up in a reading. So someone within that element of their signs has needed to hear that. And because I was going to do it separately as well, not only on YouTube, but on my smaller platforms, I extracted it as well, and I'm going to distribute it. So look out for that. So May readings, check your elemental readings that have just been up. Check this astrology, check the your elemental themes that we're going to go into, spiritual guidance, inner healing work, and guidance for the energies and themes. May is coming out, and we need to check Mercury retrograde and early solar eclipse. Homework. You've got homework. Honestly, it would just help you understand themes, okay? And you can put me on play in the background while you're pottering around doing something. You might not absorb it all, but it's just going to help, isn't it? So without a doubt, we'll just pause for a few, and then we'll get into your elemental readings. Please do like and subscribe, and I'll see you in each of those. If you're going to watch them all, excellent. You'll get an idea of which one actually resonates with you the most, given that the top signs are within all of the elements. And I'll see you in a moment. Bye for now. Hi there, fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sag. So before we get into your reading, please do like, subscribe, and please do comment should this resonate. But also, you might not see it resonate right now. It might be a theme that resonates throughout the week, even on to the following week. So you can come back and comment. If you're a subscriber, thank you for your support. If you're not, but you're a returning viewer, please do subscribe and support the channel and give back to the energy that I put out there for you. So let's see what we get for your theme to help you navigate sort of the spiritual guidance and the themes. Aries, Leo, Sag, Aries. I don't know, you guys seem quiet. Kind of like in your shell or something. Aries, Leo, Sag, Aries, Leo, Sag. Yeah. And some of you might be feeling a bit tired. Very quiet. We've got the Page of Swords, and we had the Emperor that has come out. So Aries energy is here. I wonder if there's something that you need to change your perspective on, where currently you're seeing it from a more, you're either in your head too much and not your heart, or you're in your heart and not your head. But I think it's more you're in your head and you're in the defense mode a little bit. I think you need to take a step back and see it from a more sort of a leadership perspective where you're a great counsel, but also make sure you're not being stubborn about something. With the Page of Swords and the energy of being in your head and ready to maybe be defensive if you need to, that could also be tiring you out. I also feel with that, you might be masking what you're feeling. Like, for example, let's get more cards. I mean, if they speak to me. Tower moment. So you're facing a tower moment, okay? So you know what this is, but you're actually masking it and just trying to continue. That's what I'm really feeling with this. Seven of Swords, you know, you could be feeling, I feel there's a lack of confidence here, but there could be an energy of like, I know what I want and I deserve something. And this is the way it needs to be. I also feel like you're going through a bit of a hard time and you're masking it or trying to hide it and continue to flow. What is this about? Justice. Some of you could have a legal case that's just ongoing and it seems like you're not getting a fair outcome. But I also think with that justice, it could mean that a balance is coming in with the Tower and the Justice card. Four of Cups. Definitely something that you are feeling is not in balance for you and you're not happy with what you have or what is being offered to you. Four of Cups. I don't know if I showed it to you, sorry. Four of Cups, Aries, Leo, Sag. With the Tower and the Four of Cups, have you lost something? You guys are really quiet and a bit upset. I'm actually feeling it in me. Seven of Pentacles. So you've been working diligently on something. Below that is the Death card. So you've got the Tower and the Death card here. Can I have what this is relating to? I mean, it will relate to several things for some of you. Some of you is definitely about a legal case. But like I said, for these theme and inner spiritual guidance, I try to have the tarot, but also like help you navigate through the feelings of the themes of the week. And that's why I say always check the Astro element of the weeklies as well, and the elementals in that as well. But always check the Astro because it will help. Knight of Swords, you know. Knight of Wands. Interesting I said the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords is someone who jumps in, doesn't always have a strategy, but they're going, you know, they're going at it. The Knight of Wands is passionate and is encouraging you actually to get up and find your motivation, all right? But I feel if there's an element here of grief or something that's upset you, some of you it's to do with your finances and momentum going forward, your stability, you know. I think you've seen a Tower moment and a death around some area of your life. I'm getting it's more or less around either people around you or it's around your finances, a career, something. And it's put you in a little bit of a financial squeeze. Also, I feel like the people around you, maybe you felt like you're a bit alone. King of Wands. Five of Swords. There's definitely been conflict and rife here. That's been quite upsetting for you. And I think you're being asked to actually believe in yourself, even if you've had to stand on your own 2 feet. But there is something where some of you have obviously lost something that's close to you. And I'm not getting that it's love, but some of you it could be love. But I am getting the Star card, which is you need to do some inner healing about what's upsetting you. And that's going to help you move forward. For those of you that have not worked on some inner healing, the inner healing is really a paramount for you, because I feel there's anger and there's rushing in with communication, and I feel like it's a bit of defense. I feel actually deep down you're very quiet and you're masking some hurt, some loss in your situation. With the Star card, the Four of Cups, the Justice, the Seven of Pentacles, I think you need to have a look inside yourself. And this is definitely around reciprocal energy, okay? So you're giving and you're not getting back, all right? Whether it's to do with the relationships, I feel for some of you it's to do with the relationship, okay? But some of you is very strong energy around the work you've been trying to put in and the communication towards people that has just not been given back to you. And I think you want that. Some of you have lost something. I think you really want your person, your soul family, this stability that you've been longing for, where maybe you've not felt it. And also you're finding yourself again, but in the Knight of Wands, King of Wands energy, not in a, so in a King of Wands energy, but not in a Page or a Knight energy where you're kind of masking something, where in fact you're more or less feeling like a Four of Cups. You're a bit upset. Star card says you need to do some introspection. You're upset that you've put your hard work into something. And like I said, Six of Pentacles, you're not getting the balance back from something, someone, workplace, money, whatever it is. You're not getting this balance back to you. It's definitely around, like I said, reciprocal relationships, energy, where it's not coming back to you. Some of you have lost your person, you know, or you've lost a relationship, or you're finding that a relationship is not coming in, the people are not coming in. You're upset, you know, which is normal, that you've put in this hard work and you're kind of masking the tough time. And with the thinking woman, so you're in your head a lot. So Five of Swords, Page of Swords, Seven of Swords, Four of Cups, and the thinking woman. You could be feeling very stressed. There's a giving up energy. And you're trying not to let people see. And I think you're kind of like, what now? You know, with this, where's the Seven? Four of Cups. Seven of Pentacles, looking down. And you're kind of like, what now? You know, what now? When is it coming into balance? When is this coming into balance for me? You know, here's the balance. And here's the sort of healing that you need to do. I think I dropped a crystal. Here's the healing that you need to do for thinking woman, 4 and 7. What is that? That's an 11, a master number. Okay, so look out for 1111. You believe you deserve something. You want something, a person, the career, whatever it is, the new environment, the people, the reciprocal energy, and you believe you deserve it the way you want it, which is the sword energy we're seeing. Man holding a coin. Like I said, many of you, I do believe it's around your stability, your finances, you know, and it's like, I want it, and you're irritated, and you're also a bit hurt because it's not coming in, or what's coming in is not how you're wanting it or what you believe you're worth. And so that's also causing you hurt. Some of you, there's no momentum, and you feel like it's not available to you, but actually it is. It's just that some of you need to do some healing, introspection. But the Star card is actually a wish fulfillment as well, and having faith because better things are coming in. So, but it's to do with doing some inner reflection, you know, and also feeling like something's not available to you. You don't know what to do yet. Seventh chakra, you know, the crown chakra, as I say, you don't know what to do yet. You might be feeling a bit clouded because you've been working on something, and this vision, or, you know, these energies, or, you know, it could even be family dynamics along with your stability. Whatever it is, it could be about wanting a love that's just not coming in. And I think that's really been clouding you as well, because you believe you know it in a certain way. I also want to say 444 is important for you as a number, which is also stability. Fours are about stability and coming back into balance. The Six of Pentacles saying it is going to come back into balance. There's the introspection with the Star card that you need to do a little bit of. It's just about doing a bit of emotional work if you've not done so, and being honest with yourself and others about what you want. Look at that, as I say, the World card, being honest with yourself and the others about what you want. Some of you could actually be thinking to move or have moved, and you need to deliver that message as well. That's not the main theme, but that is there for some. You want to be like the King of Wands. You want to be this abundant, grounded, high energetic, motivated, happy with your life, got a passion, got a bravado, got drive, and you are feeling in the dark, you're feeling a bit hurt, and just pushing forward. You know, look at that, you know, he's a bit in the dark, isn't he? And he sees the world, he knows what he wants, and he's just pushing forward. I think that's really what you are. Oh, beautiful. We got the Victory card, and it's going to come in for you, Aries, Leo, Sag. That is beautiful to top off those cards, you know. So rewards are coming in for you. Whether it's the soul family, the friendships, the energy back to you, the money, the stability, what you had to end, the justice, whether it's to do with, you know, tower moments around your finances, your career, and what you've been trying to work out, the rewards of what you want are coming in, you know. As I say that, the bee, which is all about now receiving sweetness and honey. And I think we got that in your reading about 2 or 3 weeks ago as well, about receiving rewards. So that energy is still coming in for you of what you want. And at the bottom, the heron, patience, create a place in nature's stillness and be renewed. Take time alone to feel balanced. Step confidently toward your purpose. Patience will bring you rewards, and here's your rewards. And we've said about that. So it's about having a little bit more patient, and I know that you have been, and that's why it's a bit upsetting, especially if you're dealing with energies or when it's to do with people and it's not balanced, you're not getting what you deserve come in. then it can be hurtful. But the B is about the rewards, the sweetness coming in, and be open to receive that sweetness. And it's really about being the queen of abundance. And the heron is telling you just be a little bit more patient in case you don't see that coming through for you. So that is my advice and themes for you this week. I'm going to pull you 1, 2, 3. Release. We had the Tower and we had the Death card, and really release what it is that needs to go. I think you've actually faced this Tower and Death card. It's just about releasing it now from you. It could be that you've seen a death or a tower towards something, but you're trying to hold on to it. It could be relationship and energy, and it's time to release that from you so that you can actually move forward. But that would be my advice, is to do some inner work. And if you need to take a step back, do take a step back. We've got the lunar eclipse coming up on the 6th and 7th of May, which could mean that there's a heavy releasing and purging time during that time as well. You might feel it, you might not. It's going to be strongly around the fixed signs, so if you've got fixed signs placements. But yeah, do check the Astro part of this, and do check, stay on, or check the rest of your top placements of the elements: air, water, water, earth. You might wish to stay on and watch them all, so you get a gathering energy. If not, take care, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in your next video. If you're staying on, I'll see you for the next sign. Hey there, air signs. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Let's see what we have for you in terms of spiritual guidance for this week up until the next days. The themes obviously have started, or they will start, so you might want to revisit this. If you're staying on and watching all of the elements, that would be great, especially your top placements. But do also check the Astro weekly element of it, so that you can tie in the themes with the themes for your top placements. Now, if you are a subscriber, thank you for your support. If not, and you're a returning viewer and you enjoy my readings, you resonate with them, I'd love for you to subscribe and like to give back energy. And let's get into your reading and see what we have for you. I'm being called to a deck for you. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I'm getting you like in a... Some of you are in a really good energy, but some of you are in this energy of... Do you know in a park or a forest when you're walking and you can see, you know, like badgers make those tunnels? And they, you know, from the ground you can see a tunnel. It doesn't have to be too deep. It's not going too deep. It's going kind of horizontal, but it's just a little bit down. And I see like a small, cute kind of animal just hiding out in that. And I wonder if some of you are in that kind of energy. It's kind of like when it's not a total newborn, but it's kind of like when you're stepping into something new and you feel a bit raw and sensitive, and you want this kind of guardian or someone to tell you it's okay to come out. What is that about? Let's see what the cards have to say. Cosmic Wave, Soul Family. I'm going to show you the cards in a moment. And Consciousness. So Soul Family is 2 and 8 and it's a 10, so there's a completion. With that, that's really about happy reunions, but there's also an element of here having support around chaos, which would kind of make sense in terms of what I've just said, of like being shielded, and you want someone to say it's okay to come out. You want that trusted person or hand. It's kind of cute. And so I feel that that is really saying that, and obviously through that support and order from or post chaos, you have your reunions, but you're really looking for that hand. Then we've got number 9, which is Cosmic Wave, and it's really about preparation of what's coming in for you. I think you've gone through a transformation, and I think I've said this in your readings. You've gone through an ascension or transformation, and now you're going to be welcoming new friendships in. You're sort of in like preparation and custodians, and I think that's what the cards are saying to us. And then we've got here Consciousness, number 7, which is really about obviously self-awareness. It's about realizations, personal realizations. And I think you've had those personal realizations where you stepped into this transformation. And this transformation is like the person who's feeling a bit unsafe to come out, if that makes sense. You know, you're in this transformation of this new person. I wonder if some of you have been in kind of a rest mode. Aries, Libra, Gemini, Aries, Libra, Gemini, Aries, Libra, Gemini. Aries, Libra, Gemini, please. Aries, Libra, Gemini. King of Pentacles. Empress. Devil. So I feel with this, some of you are coming into definitely the King of Pentacles and the Empress mode, right? But there's something of an attachment or an obsession or people around you that's stopping you from coming into this powerful energy where you are stable and you are wealthy and balanced, but you also have your divine feminine energy in balance. So you're balancing the masculine and feminine energy, and you're nurturing. Some of you could be quite fertile at this moment in time, and some of you could be attracting a new divine counterpart. The only problem here is that there's an obsession or there's an attachment to something, and I'm going to get clarification on the Devil card, okay? You could be dealing obviously with a Taurus, or you could be dealing with an earth sign. Also Libra, you are here. So it's very much coming into that balance. There's fertility here, there's renewal, and if you look at, like I said, about the new it's not image, but seen as coming out, the new you of the transformation that you've gone through. Maybe this is what this was, but you're balancing that out, and you're balancing it out within you. Some of you could be attracting your divine counterpart with this. If you're not looking to get pregnant, I'd just be careful, because there is kind of that energy around you, you know, very grounded, but a divine masculine and feminine in balance, okay? It could be some of you renewing your relationship to come more into balance, where it's been a bit of a toxic disharmony of energy. There is, with the Devil, like I said, there's something holding you back from stepping out into this new self of yours. Are you hiding or defending, feeling very defensive? Maybe that's what's keeping you in this little cute, like, you know, it's not a cocoon like I said, but you're kind of like just looking for someone safe to say it's come out, and you look really cute. But I feel like you feel like the energies around you have really needed you to be in sort of limited beliefs, maybe attached to that. I think you're kind of recovering from transformation and things that have maybe happened. I won't be surprised if the devil, not the devil, card comes up. You could be dealing with a Capricorn. Some of you could be Aquarius, Capricorn cusps. And Hanged Man, yeah, so where you've been in rest and recovery of the new transformation that you've had, I was going to say I won't be surprised if the Tower or Death card comes in, where that's the old you, something's come in that's made you transform yourself into this newness and something in life. And I feel like maybe some of you, Seven of Cups, some of you have felt like you've had so many options around you at one point where you felt very abundant, but nothing has come of that. And that's what sometimes the Seven of Cups is. It's kind of like, wow, suddenly I'm very abundant. But when you look into the cups and what is actually there, it's quite superficial, or it's not really tasteable. It's not something that's of substance to you. The Hangman tells me is that you've been in sort of this recovery mode, and the Strength card. I won't be surprised if the Swords card come out, and if they do, then I'll dive into that element, which I'm thinking of a bit more. But I think maybe you're avoiding this devil energy, you know, which I don't necessarily mean the devil, but it's people that are holding you back from actually glowing and stepping into a more strengthened place. Maybe it's around thoughts and ideas of people that you should be doing this right now, or you should be thinking like this, when you're actually like trying to move on because you've transformed through something. And also you're seeing clearly the things that are around you, like the Seven of Cups, which are not, you thought were amazing and great, but they're actually not touchable, tasteable, they're not tangible. And this has taken a lot of strength from you to realize. And I think that's really, I'll get more cards on that. And that's where you've had to just say, I need to let things flow a little bit. I'm tired. But you're coming into this King and King of Pentacles and Empress energy. And you're actually glowing, Aries, Libra. Some of you could be dealing with an Aries, and I was going to say Sag as well. So you've got those energies in your energy field, and they could be the ones that are going to be of help to you. So if you've got those, and there's the Strength card, the Leo, so there's fire placements that could be of help in your energy. But Gemini, Libra and Aquarius, this is for the air signs. Maybe you're avoiding and been trying to hide from, you know, the people or whatever it is where you've had to defend yourself. And maybe you've been in this vulnerable place. But with that Death card, where I said I won't be surprised if it comes to an end, the first cards that came up was the Six of Wands and the Three of Cups. And I just want clarification on whether this and then the Death card came up. So I want to see whether these is actually what's coming in for you, which is people that are actually going to celebrate you. That's what I'm really feeling. The people are actually going to celebrate you, what you're trying to do to move past, to transform and be in balance and be the new you, because the Death card has brought something to an end that's actually transforming you. And with that, it's needed strength, and you needed to let go and kind of flow and trust a little bit. There's a few tarot cards that I'm waiting to come up, that I'm not sure if are going to come up for me to elaborate further. But the Six of Wands and the Three of Cups tells me that you will be recognized for the strength of what you've had to go through, which I don't think you're actually seeing at this moment in time. And I feel that's the energy around you. That's like the Seven of Cups. It's telling me that card, this card for some reason is telling me that what you thought was a very abundant, whether it's people, whether it's places, whether it's anything, they've actually shocked you, or they don't actually align with you anymore, okay? And that's what you need to release with the Devil card, and the Death card is probably something you've gone through, but you also need to release those, okay? The Tower card might come up to say, you know, that's what's going to be released, but there's an end around something as needed strength. And also there will be recognition for you, and there will be celebration with people you can actually trust, okay? And a new creative energy, creativity that gets renowned within you. With the Seven of Wands, it's really about a breakthrough of being recognized for what you've been trying to work on. That could be yourself and your transformation. For some of you, it really relates to people that recognized you and were very close to your heart, and would call your praises. But you're maybe seeing them in a bit more of a reality check, okay? We'll see if more cards come up for that, but I think it's more or less that you're going to be recognized for the new you, and you need to step out feeling safe. You know, those people around you. Page of Wands tells me it's, you know, you've got these ideas to move forward, but you might be feeling a bit fearful to do so, all right? That's where you're feeling a bit fearful and maybe a bit new, but there's definitely breakthrough for you, air signs. And the Ten of Swords tells me there's the completion of the heaviness, the betrayal, the loss, what's been keeping you up all night, the anxiety, depression. You know, the Ten of Swords is a hard card to look at, but it's kind of saying there's no more room to put any more swords. So you're at the end of completion, and now it's about the healing only and getting back up on your feet. King of Swords, your energy, very much Gemini energy, Aquarius, and then Libra as well. So, you know, you're coming back into balance of your discernment and being able to use that. I would say with the King of Swords is there's also, because it's about guidance, is someone around you is going to be able to offer you logic, discernment, and going to be a great counsel, where you need someone who is more or less able to think from the mind clearly for you if you're feeling a bit clouded, and give you that great counsel advice. The only thing with the King of Swords is they could be very logical as opposed to tapped into their hearts. So see how that resonates with you. The Four of Cups tells me that, you know, there's something that whatever's around you, you're not happy with it at this moment in time. And you do, like the Fool card, I was just pulling out the Fool card, and behind it was the Tower card. So the Fool card tells me this is the new you. You know, you've gone through a transformation and there's a new journey ahead of you now. The Tower card is what you're releasing. Remember I said you might be releasing the people or the things that you thought were aligned with you, that were very abundant, you know, where, you know, what you thought was maybe your tribe, or what you thought was the most abundant job or offer, and you see clearly through the BS, and you're now going on this carefree journey as the Fool. With the Four of Cups, you felt like what is being offered to you, either you see it very clearly, it's not aligned with this new version of you, the newborn, and the Fool comes out, as I say, what I was seeing, which was this cute new thing that was, you know, in the, why have I forgot the name? It's not a tunnel, but a burrow. Where you're saying, is it safe to come out? The Four of Wands tells me it is, because you're going to be celebrating. There's going to be stability here. Some of you may be getting married. Some of you may be attending an event where you feel more connected to people around you. You won't have to feel like, you know, I've had to put up and be resilient. You're actually mastering something, and I think it's yourself, but there's still a bit of wounds there. And I think, you know, you might have felt like you've needed to defend yourself, and maybe sometimes ego has got in the way, and that's what's been around the Seven of Cups, the Tower, the Devil, the Death, and the Six of Wands. Maybe you've had a bit of ego getting in the way, and you wasn't dedicated to yourself, all right, and you are building from who is not reliable, and learn to rely on yourself. You know, you've decided with the Nine of Wands that and the Fool that, you know, I thought these people were reliable when they were offering me stuff, but it's not happened. And if it is about stepping away, you're probably learning that I actually feel better to step away from what I was attached to and being independent, as opposed to something that now I see very clearly through. Maybe you felt abandoned and rejected at times. With the cards here, it's very much so. Learning to look after yourself and the practical things of life. With the Fool, it's telling me you're ready to take that. There might be fear there. You've walked away from your old self with that Fool card, the Tower, the Death, and we also got the Tower and the Death in the fire sign placement. And I said about Aries, Sag, and we've got Leo here. So if you have got those placements, I've checked that out if you didn't join the air sign reading from after the fire sign reading, or from checking your fire sign placements. Maybe you've been made to feel not so good and you wasn't seeing clearly. The Moon tells me there was something you're not seeing clearly, and you are now juggling, where you are releasing the old version of yourself, stepping into the new, realizing that actually you can bring the practical balance of what you need for yourself. You're taking the action and energy back with the King of Pentacles, the Empress, and the King of Swords. You're taking your energy back and going into action of being the new you. It's probably been a bit surely, because you've not seen things clearly, but you've taken it slowly. But now you're gonna, you know, with the Fool, you're gonna actually go ahead with that. It might also be about toxic relationships, and also you're overcoming a period of probably resting or reflecting, where you've not seen things, like I said, very clearly, and they've been clouded. And now you're at the time of actually, you need to make a decision of what you do. But from the cards, it's definitely telling me that you're stepping into this new direction. And as we got the Fool card, you saw how the cards actually changed, didn't you? There is actually quite a lot of fire energy here, so I would check that reading out. It might be significant for you, it might relate to you. I want to pull a couple of cards on the Moon. I got told to stop there. Five of Moon card. Five of Wands is the conflict, the rife that you was not seeing, you know, where you've probably had to defend yourself, and you've not seen, like, where you wasn't seeing these people very clearly at the moment in time. I think that's what I'm really getting with the Moon card. There's something that's been clouding your judgment, if you've not been able to see it. And I just, workaholics, some of you have actually been burying yourself in work, or just keeping busy to avoid facing some things. And I think there needs to be a balance of actually taking the time out to rest and reflect on things. Some of you have done that and now coming out into this new fool's journey, the new you, the transformed you. I'm not saying that you don't carry any woundedness, because you do with the 9 of Wands, but you have healed and you are healing and you're ready to step out as the new you. And some of you actually just need to take that time to heal, okay? And where you can celebrate with people that are aligned with you, you should have moved away the people that are not aligned for you. If you haven't, this will resonate and you'll know what you need to move away from, okay? So that's what I have for you, Gemini, Libra and Aquarius. Again, I wanted to say Aries and Libra and go on to Aquarius. So Gemini, you're very quiet. Maybe you're still in hiding. So do come back and visit this, see how, you know, what the energy is or the advice is for your energy. And also obviously check your other sign readings that are out as well. Do like and subscribe, and let's move on to the next element. If you're staying on, let's continue, and if not, then have an amazing day wherever you are in the world. Take care of yourself. Hi there, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So this is obviously the energy check-in theme for you, and spiritual guidance should these themes come up. Do check if you've not joined from seeing the fire, the air placements, then do check those out if you've got those placements. Do also check earth that's coming up after this. You'll get a complete accurate picture of which theme actually resonates. Also, because it's good enough for the whole week up to about 7 days, you may wish to actually come back and revisit this to see what actually may make sense in a couple of days time, already makes sense, or it makes sense, maybe you're already going through it, but it doesn't make sense until maybe after 4 days. So there are themes that are worth revisiting. They are also timeless. If you're a subscriber, thank you for your support. If you're not subscribed or returning viewer, thank you for your support. I'd love for you to subscribe and like, comment, and help the channel grow, give back for the energy that I put into it, seeing as, you know, I channel as well as I'm an intuitive reader, so I don't just read the tarot cards for you. So having said that, let's see what we've got come up for you. Do check your other readings, and you might also find the last inner healing and spiritual guidance relevant. Now the first thing is that you're a bit more energetic than fire signs and air signs. They were a bit quieter, especially the fire signs. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces messages. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, please Spirit. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces messages. Inner guidance, themes, energy. So we've got 3 cards. The first one that popped out was King of Cups. And then we had the 6 of Swords. And then we've got the 4 of Pentacles. What I'm really getting with this is that you are coming into balance. Some of you, it might mean that you actually need to balance your emotional side, but basically you're moving away into a direction from releasing anything from the past. This could be around people that have family, work, your stability, career, something that you used to find stability on, that you felt security in. that you are no longer entertaining. Some of you could decide to be moving a country, moving abroad. You know, some of you are deciding to go into that direction, but you have decided to turn away here. Can we have more messages for the theme for the water signs, please? Interesting. We had the Page of Wands come out and the Queen of Cups. So you got the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups, all right? And then you had the Page of Wands. So with these two cards coming after each other, it tells me that you've realized how much you've been giving to a situation, to people, and that's what you're turning your back on. And as opposed to a Queen of Cups where she's emotionally, you know, in touch with herself, she's very empathic. I mean, she's the most empathic in the deck, but she can sometimes be overgiving. And I think with that, you've realized that, and that's where you're coming into more of a King of Cups energy, which is great for you. The Page of Wands is you have got some creative direction, or you want to go in a creative direction. You've got creative ideas. Maybe you're feeling a bit vulnerable or fearful of it, but there's a new sort of spark within you that's leading you into this Six of Swords. With that, I also then got the Page of Pentacles. I definitely think for some of you, it's around job, career, some direction that you're wanting to take. You've got ideas around taking, and it is telling you that your new, I've mentioned this in the last themes, it is going to be a glow up for you. Some of you already in this energy, okay? And some of you are feeling that it does need strength to keep up this new energy you're in, and the strength to go into the direction that you're actually going into with the Six of Swords, and continuing to glow with the Nine of Pentacles. Can I have more messages to clarify the Page of Wands for Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces? Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, the Page of Wands. And it's the Five of Pentacles. You're definitely moving away from a work environment, a stability. You felt, I think you've outgrown an area. You've outgrown people. You've outgrown community. You've outgrown work environment. You've outgrown something that you found stability in. And you've got fresh new ideas in a certain direction. And I think you've outgrown people because you're in this new glow energy, which has taken a lot of strength from you. Now, the only thing with that is that Four of Swords. This could mean that you've had to actually take time out to really reflect on this direction that you're going into. Three of Cups, you know, there's a celebration with network coming in here. I think there's a need to also, the Empress, you're definitely glowing up, and I don't think the old energy around you is recognizing you or going to be aligned for you. With the Four of Swords, I feel like you are being told as soon as you feel you're in an energy of slipping back into, you know, isolation or a lack, or feeling like, you know, the universe is not delivering for you, take that step back in the Four of Swords energy and just rest and rejuvenate. I feel like a lot of you are feeling like, yes, I'm on it. I can do everything. I can fit everything in my day. Do you know those people that sometimes you ask them what they've done, and they've done like this list of 10 things, and you're like, okay, they just fit everything in their day. And I feel like you're like that. I feel like you're getting serious and not wanting to be in sort of the Five of Pentacles. This sort of energy where the Four of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles, and you're moving away from it. I think that's That's really taking you a lot of strength and moving away from a Queen of Cups that's so empathic, but also always giving. You've got the Knight of Cups here as well. So we've got a lot of new energy coming in for you that is more aligned for you. I think they're also going to help you. You're glowing and some people may be coming at you, I think, and you're focused, you're not interested. You're nurturing your divine feminine energy. I would say with that is death. What has been put to rest or ended in your life, you need to keep that Scorpio energy heavily coming through. You need to keep that closed, all right? People may be coming back at you, and I feel like you might find this very frustrating and you might just turn your back. That is fine. I think we just need to be careful how we turn our back to people, and just be empathic about it. Some of you it might pull on your heartstrings and you might wonder whether you want to go back. Some of you're going to be quite irritated by this, and you might not have your divine feminine in balance. Four of Cups, you're not happy about people coming back. That no longer fills any of your cups, and so that's what you might find interesting. You're getting serious about what you want to do, especially about yourself, and it's a job, but maybe it's a house, maybe it's the new environment. You're glowing, and like I said, some people will try to come back to you. Obviously we're in Mercury retrograde. Queen of Swords tell me that you might just, tell them straight up, listen, I see through your BS right now. I don't want to deal with this. And you need to make sure that you nurture that sort of the communication, because your communication may hurt, okay? And there is abundance coming in for you, water signs. Interesting, I said earth signs. Your reading is really abundant. You've got a new glow about you. There is an element of balancing your words. Some of you either balancing actually over giving to the past that's no longer serving you, or the past tries to come back at you and you're like, I'm not interested, and you just totally cut them out. And that's where you're being asked to be a bit more of an empress in your divine feminine. So also, some of you could be very fertile at this moment in time with the Queen of Cups, the King of Cups, the Knight of Cups, the Empress. You've got some, there's fertility, there's glow around you, there's Three of Cups. So some of you could actually get pregnant. There's a lot of that in the readings. You're a bit frustrated of anything that tries to come back to you because you're very focused. And that's why some of you need to balance either the divine feminine, and you're sick of people. Some of you are actually sick of people coming back to actually want stuff from you. Okay. I think, I asked the Ace of Pentacles and then came out the adjacent possibilities. I think you can see clearly that you can get a lot more than what you thought you could get out of life. You're focused on what you want. And that's where, just be careful about your sharp tongue, and also balancing your heart as well as your action. You're in a go-getter kind of powerhouse focused on you. If you are angry, all right, with the Four of Swords, I'd say reflect on it. Don't close it down, right, with the words where I said you might be harsh. Take time out, receive if you need to, sort of step back, recover if you need to. The Four of Swords really tells me that, because you might be feeling it's better to actually take the time out and dismantle what you're thinking in your head or the people approaching you. And when someone tries to come in for you, this is what may be causing a bit of a trigger as well. And all you can do is tell them, listen, I need space right now, so that you can then process whatever it is that's coming into you, an energy of feeling or your triggers or your anger. And if people misunderstand your love, your giving, and misused your empathy, love, and energy in the past, that's what may be triggering you when they're coming back to you right now. And that's where you can say, listen, I need space and you need time to take balance it out. Magician in the mirror, you're very powerful at this moment in time. It's also a number 8, transformation, contract. Some of you are definitely getting a new contract in terms of a job opportunity, you know, what you've been working on. And also with that, I think there's an element of some of you could be formalizing your relationships with a marriage contract. Something is around that, but either way, another 8 card, transformation, very heavy on the 8. You will be needing to make some decisions, and that could be around how you liaise with people or the new things that's coming in for you, water signs. Something is very triggering to you. Let's pull some animal cards and see what we get with that. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. The card that flipped. Humpback whale, you're the singer. Sing healing songs for the world. Your inner navigation guides you. Nothing can stop you and keep you from your goal. Align with your purpose and power of soul. So yes, you know what your power is. You also know that you are able to get to where you want to be, and you don't have to be such a harsh force, you know. So that's the humpback whale, you know. There's a balance of being a large creature who's able to achieve, and also being in water where you're able to balance your emotions as well as your achieving energy. I feel like your solar or sacral chakra may be very much in action right now. I'm feeling very hot and flustered in your reading, and I think you need to just take a breath. I think some of you might need to control the frustration and irritation, like I said. White stag, which says that you're white stag, which says that you're an old soul and you are able to awaken the powerful force within you, and your best friend is in nature. It's funny because when I was closing my eyes, there was something saying if you need to get out in nature, get out in nature, connect with water, and it says your best friend is nature. And also with this, your intuition is going to be guiding you. The black jaguar as well is an old soul, you know. Walk through life with confidence and grace. You have power beyond the world. Focus on what you really want. You can create your dreams, which you are doing. And that's where you need to balance your solar with your heart. I'm also getting very heavy energy in my head right now. I don't know if some of you are very much in your heads, which can be if you're plotting to take action towards your goals. Grief. Some of you could be having something that's really inside of you that you're not processing, okay? Something that's caused you to be upset, which you are kind of taking action to navigate from actually feeling it. So I would just look into that. I do feel there's another message for you. The Chariot. You're moving in the right direction, Cancer energy. And the Ten of Cups tells me it's coming in for you, all right? So that's beautiful for you, water signs. It's really about balancing yourself, but also take the inspired action that you need to take. There's things that are coming in for you that are, you know, there's going to be decisions you'll need to make. There is formal stuff that you've been wanting coming in for you. It's beautiful energy. It's just about balancing, where some of you, you know, there's the past that's come to an end, Death card, Scorpio energy, and making sure things come up to resurface, that you balance the way you deal with that. Don't entertain it if you don't, you know, if it's past and it's gone, but just watch how maybe you communicate. And some of you might decide to entertain it by giving again. And do you really need to? Some of you are going to be like, why are you here right now? I've stepped up to the plate. I'm glowing. And now you're coming back to me when I've given so much of me. I can't stand that, you know, you see through it and you just want to cut, like Queen of Swords, cut it. And I think you just need to be careful with what you deliver in terms of communication. So that's what I have for you, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I hope you enjoyed this. Please do like and subscribe. And if you're staying on for the next element, then please do and do check your themes for your top placements of these readings as well, because it will help you navigate over the next week. It is also timeless, so if you at a later date, let's say you're a subscriber, you follow the channel and you resonate with the readings, and somehow it pops up on your screen again, or maybe you've not seen one of the other ones, then do check it out, because it can also be very timeless, you know. And come back and revisit it over the next 7 to 10 days of its, you know, when it's been up, so that you can actually see whether some things make more sense. Some things you might have heard it, you'll be like, okay. And then when you're actually in it, you know how to navigate best, okay? The feeling of heat that I had in my solar plexus has released a little bit, although it's still kind of, I feel like you need to take a breath, okay? Some of you need to take a breath, maybe some breath work. If you want to do energy healing or chakra rebalancing, I do those services. Should you feel a bit blocked in an area. Other than that, take care, have an amazing day, and if you're staying on, I'll see you in the next reading. Hi there, earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I hope you're well. So we're going to look into the theme of energy and spiritual guidance for you. If you've stayed on from fire, air and water, excellent. So you get all the collective energy. And for some of you, I'm going to put this back in because I didn't ask yet. And if not, then do check your top placements. Having said that, do like and subscribe to support the channel, and let's get into your reading. Messages for Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, inner healing, themes. That was what I wanted to say. Check the Astro weekly always. Check the Astro of this one as well, so that it helps you tie in totally the overall and accurate themes and picture. Seven of Swords and the Fool card. Star card. Four of Swords. I feel like some of you are, this is very similar to, you know, transitioning from your other readings. Some of you are being pushed in a direction to take this new journey, all right? I am not sure if some of you are ready for this, or you don't think you're ready for this, and you're kind of sitting in this energy of trying to reflect, rest, rejuvenate, which is amazing. At the same time, you do look back and you think of the rife, the conflicts, and there's a bit of ego here. as Spirit is trying to push you in this direction, you're kind of holding on to these swords of, you know, being pushed by Spirit, but you're resting and you're releasing at this moment in time. It's like, you know, you're being pushed to release, and you are fighting to go in this new direction. King of Swords. King of Swords knows how to use their counsel, their great intellect, and I think you are... you need to release what you can control, all right? You need to learn to release what you can control. I think that's really important for you. And Spirit is guiding you through the Fool card to a new place, an environment, a new love, somewhere new. And I think you are... fighting that, okay? The Hermit, Virgo card. So you're doing some introspection here as well as healing. There's a lot of introspection, rest, rejuvenation and releasing. It reminds me a little bit about the Crocodile card, where it's very much the same, and that's the sort of energy you're in. The Moon card is what you can't see, and I think what you can't see is what you're being pushed towards. You can't see it, and so it's generating a lot of fear for you. You're also crying over things that you're looking at, things that are actually not even serving you, because you're frightened and you're like, okay, but I think 3 empty cups is better than not being able to see the next stage, and I'm a bit scared. And I think, like I said, what is coming for you, this new journey, Spirit is trying to push you into the direction. It's the Ace of Cups that's falling. I just can't get it. It's the bottom of the desk. You know, which is the new person, the love that really, once you get there, you'll find, oh my God, why didn't I move faster? It's going to overflow. It's going to make you feel more aligned with who you are. You're going to be so happy you took this direction. And you're going to realize, actually, there wasn't so much fear about it, you know. I couldn't see. And it's telling you here, Spirit is giving you all the resources you need to take this new journey and to move into this new direction of the Ace of Cups. Hold on a minute, I just want to actually get that card. So this is the Ace of Cups, all right, so that I can just really show you what you're not seeing with the Moon card. Okay, and if you look at the way I've done this, actually, I've kind of got the 5 of Cups, and I've got these cards here in one corner. I've got the Moon here in this corner. In the top corner, I've got where Spirit is trying to push you and the outcomes and the resources, which is everything you have that you need. And then at the bottom, I've got your energy of what you're working. I've split the energies. And so it's really about combining it, but you need to release the 5 of Cups and the 7 of Swords. And by doing that, you know in your mind, all right, which you're trying to avoid, that this new direction that's giving you fear because you can't see it. Why do I need to go? Why am I doing this? That actually is going to be the right thing for you. But my advice is, don't step in this new direction. Also keeping looking back. The 7 of Swords, actually, he's looking back, but he's taking 5 swords with him. The Fool is going forward. He's not looking back. He has nothing with him. And that's what is going to make the success, all right? Or this new person or whatever is coming in for you that's aligned, the new place, it's going to really overflow. But when you realize that it was just fear where you're going to, and you land there, you're going to be like, boom, this wasn't so bad. you know, the person may be activating you. Who are you being guided to? The person may be someone who is, you know, activating you in the right direction of your growth and in alignment with you. It might be a soulmate or a past, you know, something that's connected to your soul, but and it's for your elevation and it's for your growth, whether this is for your lifetime or not. The person may be activating you, that spirit is guiding you towards, you know, you might already know this person and you'll be like, there's something about this person or this place that's calling me, but it's also, I don't know, you know, maybe feeling a bit angst. But with the Ace of Cups, you know, there is success, there's major movement. The Magician, the Ace of Cups, you've got everything needed. The Chariot card was where it was stopping me from moving forward, which is telling you're stopping yourself from moving forward. And as you move forward, you're going to arrive into what you need to for success. And the major movement, that's bringing up fear, but it is the right direction. It is the right direction for you, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I'd love to know what this is. You might not know as you see this reading, but as further down the line, I think it's really important. I think you will actually know. And the Knight of Swords, you know, it's someone who rushes in without the proper plan. And Two of Pentacles, that's your decision that you really need to make, that you're not able to see. I wouldn't say rush into anything until you've stepped into this new energy, because I feel that that's what's needed with the Knight of Pentacles. And I feel like some of you think if you go in this new direction, you're going to have to stop enjoying life. You're worried about that. You're worried that, okay, if I go to this new place, if I'm with this person, I won't be able to enjoy my life as much. The Eight of Wands is breakthrough. It's saying that you will still be able to, and this is what you know, you're like, I'll lose that passion and drive. Maybe I won't be able to go out clubbing every night or whatever it is, yeah? But the Four of Wands tells me that actually what you will be aligning with, okay, the Eight of Wands is what was passionate, what you was happy about, but the Four of Wands is true celebration to your heart, okay? It's a union here, it's stability, it's longevity. And the Queen of Cups, there's definitely something around love or a person. I feel that you're being called to. But you do have fear and doubt about it, and you don't want to lose the playful side of your life. And that's what is needed for balance, okay? To balance the doubt you're in, to balance this, all right? That's what's needed. But when you, like I said, when you step in this direction, you're going to be like, okay, great. Regeneration is actually what you're doing with these Four of Swords, the Hermit, and the Star card. Remember I said the crocodile? Well, and when you've released, the Lizard is regeneration, is a survivor, unparalleled. You know, it tells you you're able to adapt in whatever you put into, and you put on a new cloak, right? You shed your skin and you're the master of regeneration, okay? So you're going to be fine on this journey. And as soon as you move into where Spirit is pushing you, you're going to be like, wow, this is amazing. And you will be able to, the humpback whale, it's telling me you will be able to still be in your playful energy, you know, the feminine energy where you're a very strong, you're the humpback whale, but you're also in water, you're in your emotions. You're able to, like, you sing, don't you, underwater. You're able to be in that flowing divine feminine energy. That's not the play energy where you're going to be losing. And I think that's what you're frightened. Star, Four of Swords, Hermit, humpback whale. You want to remain in this playful energy of free flow, feminine energy, but I think there's an element of the masculine side calling you. Masculine, not in your head, masculine taking action. Obviously that balance is needed. You will have the joy and movement. It's not telling, I'm not telling you to overwork or go into imbalance or one or the other. This is absolutely beautiful, the Dia love. All right, so the Dia is really a gentle, if you think of Dias and think of Bambi, it's gentle. It's telling you be gentle with yourself. You will be able to continue to be gentle with yourself. There's an energetic healing power within you, and there's an energetic healing power with love. So if that's what's coming in for you by spirit, okay, it might be triggering, okay, you might be thinking, okay, I've lost my singlehood. I'm giving you examples. It could be any area of life. You could be moving home, whatever it is. It could be an environment, and you're tired of actually trying. But the Deer is saying love and be gentle with yourself and see the light in all things. Acknowledge your self-worth and your grace. And there is a healing power of love, all right? And I think that's what Spirit is telling you. And that's why I feel for some of you, it's about a person coming in. I feel like, obviously, like most of us, we've tried maybe being in love. We've tried with similar choices, experiences, and you're feeling like, what's the point? Because of the past of experiences, you're like at the point of your path and life journey where you are tired of trying because of your past experiences, if that makes sense. And I think there's a vulnerability here with the regeneration of the lizard and the deer and the humpback whale. You know, there's an energy of balance. There's the deer that's very soft. It's nurturing. It's loving. It's a sensitive, vulnerable animal. The whale, in a certain way, because it's in water, is free flowing. It's creative. It knows how to have fun. Knows how to heal through its sounds. And the lizard is on the ground. He's grounded. There's a fire energy to him. He's regenerating. And what's more beautiful, I didn't realize until I spoke through all that, we also got a bird, which is the sky. You've got all elements here. You're balancing everything. You've got, it's actually the squirrel, but you've got two birds that really stood out to me. And the squirrel goes up the tree, doesn't it? So it reaches heights. And the squirrel is really, if you think of a squirrel, they work hard to get their acorns, but they also play while they're doing it. So you'll be balancing your masculine and feminine. You're not gonna lose that playful energy. With the squirrel, you're cheerful and you're still gonna have fun. And don't let past experiences distract you. Follow through with where you're being pushed to, and you. In life, with the Magician card and the squirrel, you'll find you'll always get what you need, okay? And it's clear with the squirrel card and the Magician that you have all your resources. Maybe you're being guided to a past person, a place to learn to release and trust again. Maybe it's not trusting that person. Maybe you're going towards a past person or a place. You're going to release and trust, and you're going to welcome the new in. So I think that's really your energy this week. And look at this, the bee, which is about welcoming sweetness in. Again, you've got very strong different types of animals here. And the jaguar is the old soul. And you are earth signs. You know, you're grounded and you need to know you have confidence and grace. There's the grace about you. And focus on what you really want. And what you really want is listening to Spirit. You've got the power to do so. Try to listen to your nudges and create the dreams that you need. This next, look at this, lion, higher calling. So you are being guided, okay? You need to trust the direction, all right? And you know what that is. If you don't come back and listen to this, it might then help you guide again. the introspection, the star, the healing, the Four of Swords, the Hermit, so the Virgo card that you're doing at the moment is probably going to help you release and also have that introspection. But I think a lot of you know what this is, and a lot of you are gonna take this step forward, and when you do, you're gonna be like, I didn't really need to fear all this, did I? I could have just listened. It didn't need any fear, and or it wasn't so bad as what I was fearing, basically. So earth signs, I hope this resonated. Also check your other placements, your water, your air, fire, okay? And do let me know if it resonated. If you're coming back and you find it resonates as well, please do let me know. Like I said, please do like and subscribe, and I'll see you in your next readings. Do check the astrological weekly because it will tie up the themes for you as well. And I shall see you in the next ones. Bye for now.